Brewzle just launched his own line of bourbon, oak, Bowery, and the price is coming in at $100. Let's figure out if it's actually worth it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Call Me Old Fashioned, where we talk everything bourbon, whiskey, and of course, old fashions. Today we're going to be diving into TJ Gamble's, aka Brewzle's, own bourbon line, Oak Bowery. Now this is going to be the first run of his brand, and it is going to be that barrel proof coming in at 123 proof, which I think we all know I love a good proof on a bottle. Now, one of the big points of this bottle is going to be the price tag is coming in at $100, which is hefty. That is a hefty price for a bottle that you've never tried anything from that distillery. And even TJ said itself on a recent live stream that it really shouldn't be selling for that price, but that's what he has to do to be able to recoup the cost to keep that train a-flowing.
In this drop. Now, they're going to be $100 a bottle, which is, more than I wanted this release to cost, but that's what it took. Like, that's not making any money on it.
Now, to me, for somebody to come out and say, hey, it's not what I wanted to sell it for. I want it to be cheaper. I want it to be more affordable, but this is what we got to do for the first drop. And this is the first bottle that they're going to produce. This is probably the only one they're going to do of this version.
It's also a blend we'll never do again. This is a first-time release.
So it is limited edition, and it's going to have that special place where, like, you're probably not going to be able to get this in the future. But for somebody to come out and say all that, I thought was pretty cool. Somebody that reviews whiskey every single day comes out and says, hey, like, it's not really worth the $100, but if you support what I'm doing, you want to help me build the brand and be a part of it, get you some bourbon. So what we're going to do is we're going to crack this baby open, give it a little pour. I'll let you know the tasting notes, let you know my thoughts, and we can see really if it is worth $100, or did I get scammed? Did I lose $100? No, I got a bottle, but let's see what it's actually worth for the juice. Now, for the first initial cork pop, first off, I'm just saying this now. For someone that's in bourbon, if I have my own line, one of my main concerns, besides the liquor on the inside, would be the cork pop. I don't know, it's just something about it. It just sets the tone for the drink, so I have high hopes. This is like one pop, everybody knows the rules type thing. Ready? I'll give that a pass. I like that. That was nice. It was modest. It wasn't crazy. There's no old granddad 114 pop, but it's decent. Now, it is a synthetic cork. Maybe he could tell me, is that just more cost effective? I like the traditional cork. There's something about it, but I get traditional corks are going to break, and nobody wants that. So here we go. Now, one of the big things with this, when I watched him talking about the bottle when it was first releasing, was a lot of the tasting notes kind of match up with right in my alley. I hear there's chocolate notes and stuff like that. So right off the bat, I already think it's going to be up my alley, but let's go ahead and dive in to the nose. Right off the bat, you get oak, and I like that. I like the oak impact. I'd say it's like a soft, maybe soft, sweet oak, maybe soft, dry oak, something like that along those lines as far as how that goes. There's definitely a fruit, maybe a citrus. I mean, I like the nose so far. I'm just saying, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I like the nose. You get some basic bourbon notes in there as well, like the vanilla caramel style, but it's very kind of faint. It's not punch you in the face with those, which I kind of like. Now, one thing as well, I don't know the mash bill of this. I know it's a blend of 3 different type of barrels, but I don't know what kind. But it kind of reminds me of a wheated bourbon a little bit. It's kind of got that sweetness tone that I would get if I was opening up the Bardstown. Just weird tasting notes, but that's what I get. I kind of get that, maybe a little bit of red fruits as well, but that might be I don't know, I'm getting oranges, grapefruit vibe is what I'm getting from the nose. So let's go ahead in for the palate, and we can see if it's really worth $100. That's 123 proof, and that went down really easy, in a good way. Okay, so you get a little bit of that, harsh oak, a little bit of burn kind of going. I like it though. It's not too much, especially for the proof, but you get a lot of red fruit. I like that a lot. Kind of reminds me a little bit of a Gushers, right? If you went through the Gushers and picked out all the red ones, I may have just hyped it up too much with that comment. All the red Gushers, But that's money. That's a money sip. Let's go in for one more. Yeah, it's like Gushers, bro. Gushers mixed with like a little bit of, there is a chocolate note, which I like. It's one of the main notes that I like in a bourbon. I don't know why. It's just one of the first ones that I picked out when I was first kind of building my palate. I could always tell what chocolate was. This one's a little bit different. I think it may be coming from like the malt end. But again, like it's nice and sweet. It kind of gives me a little bit of a campfire feel. It almost feels like it would be like a toasted barrel without like the heavy like super toast impact, which is kind of nice. I know it's not toasted. Well, I don't know that for sure, but I'm pretty sure it's not toasted. But it does have like a vibe that reminds me of toasted because the oak's a little harsh right now. The red fruits. I mean, hey, I'm just gonna say right off the back, I'm kind of with it. So to kind of wrap up the notes for the palate, we're going with a little bit of chocolate. We're gonna go with a little bit of that dry, harsh oak. We're gonna go with some of that red fruit gushers, cherry gushers. I don't know what you want to call it, like red fruit cherry gushers, right? I'm down with that. A little bit of like, feels like a campfire toasted barrel, but without all like the super toasted aspect. Weird way to explain that, but that's just my thoughts. Let's do the finish. We'll take the last sip. I'll let you know what the finish likes, but I can already tell like this thing's kind of lingering towards the long side, which is good. Kind of towards the finish, we're talking red fruits for days. Bro, it's like Gushers. Like that's a cool fucking note. I'm not comparing this to what I'm about to say. I just want to point that out real quick. Some of my favorite bottles, the Russell's 15, the Still Austin Tanger, one of my favorite notes on those bottles is it has like this really hard, like intense impact of like this like red candy style thing. And it's just one of those notes that I really enjoy. And I do get that note, like the Gushers vibes on this bottle. I kind of dig it. So, I mean, to be honest, I think he might have been trying to like low-key undersell himself. Like, I'm okay with paying $100 for this. I 100% am okay with paying $100 on this. Like, for multiple aspects. If you didn't tell me what it was, maybe I'd have a different thought. But I think for it to be a one of one, a limited edition, supporting a small brand, and also just being pretty good fucking juice here, I'm okay with the price. I don't know what he was freaking out about, but I mean, I'm okay with it. I think he should have never said that comment. I think people would have bought it instantly. So this, I believe, as I'm filming this, is still available on his website. I'm going to link it below. I always kind of give you guys my thoughts, like, should you buy it or not? I think this is like one of those, like, we got to buy it. Whether if it's two things. One, you just want a pretty solid bottle, or you just kind of want to be part of history and have a one-on-one of, you know, somebody that's pretty up there in the bourbon game. So I'm excited to see what he's going to create in the future. I mean, if it's anywhere even close to this, like, we're talking business here, you know? We're going to be seeing some cool stuff. Now, what sucks is this is going to sell out. I may need to go buy like a backup just in case. I have a feeling people are going to want to drink this when they come over. I have a feeling I'm not going to have it around much longer. So I'm going to open it up. We'll drink it on tomorrow's live stream as well. That way you guys can kind of ask your questions about it. So if you like videos like this, make sure to like, subscribe, do all that jazz. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you on the other side. Peace.